thank you for having me tonight and affording me the opportunity to make some public comment. The agenda, as I saw it earlier today, is full of kind of the usual suspects. Land use projects continue to pervade everything that you do, so thank you for all of your time and effort on those projects. As I looked at the list of land use projects, I thought it might be helpful to revisit from a layperson's perspective some of the ideas that have been discussed throughout the town in terms of balancing conservation priorities and also affordable housing priorities. And so I thought I'd just quickly run through a couple of the things that I know I've heard around town, and I'm sure that means that you have as well, but since you're knee deep in the weeds, sometimes it's nice to get a 30,000-foot view. So first and foremost, one of the things that would be helpful when I'm stuck with an issue is to find an expert. And I think the town has a potential expert in LISC. And I know this group knows LISC, but for those that are listening that don't, it stands for Local Initiated Support Corporation. And they happen to specialize in helping communities like us build affordable housing. One of the things that I have found about LISC that I thought was great was they also work to rehabilitate existing structures. And so I happened upon their website and I saw a project up in Kent, Connecticut. They restored, renovated, rehabilitated, converted, pick your adjective, an 1828 farmhouse, the Stewart farmhouse, in fact. And they converted it into 13 affordable units. I don't obviously know the math behind this, but that sounds pretty attractive. And so I'd encourage us to look for experts, and LISC seems to be one of them. So in addition to looking for an expert on the outside, what can we do to bolster ourselves? And this Board of Selectmen back in, I think, November, December, talked about the Affordable Housing Trust. Personally, I think this is a great idea. I know that the devil's in the details, and certainly many folks have commented in the past in terms of getting the language right with certain things. But this is one where if there is the opportunity, I'd certainly suggest that we move that forward. Having funds obviously promotes our opportunity to do certain things, including investing in affordable housing. So I had mentioned earlier this notion of rehabilitating an existing structure, and I really didn't connect the dots with respect to how that reflects conservation. But when you utilize an existing structure that may be going, without proper use, you don't have to develop land that is otherwise untouched or lightly touched. Some of the places that I've seen in Woodbridge that have, capacity, if you will, involve the business district, and I don't think that that's shocking to anybody to hear. But certainly if we had zoning that promoted mixed commercial, I think that would also facilitate a different type of housing that we could offer. So that's kind of my third idea. But I have one more, and thank you for your time again. The last one is, of course, affordable housing or accessory dwelling units, or ADUs. And I know that this group knows about them. I know you probably have an appreciation for them. When I talk to other folks in the community, they don't. And it's either one of two schools of thought. It's, what is that? Or it's, I don't think that that's allowed here. And of course, I'm speaking to the choir here in the sense that we've had this, available to us under our zoning regs for many years now. But certainly going a little bit further to promote those things would certainly support the use of an existing structure and or a property that already has some development on it, so that you wouldn't necessarily have to look immediately towards property that had no development. So that's it. Thank you very much.